Hardy Boys Clue Book 1, The Video Game Bandit, Chapter 3. A single clue. This has to be a mistake, Mrs. Freeman exclaimed. Who would steal something from us? Who would do that? She looked back at the crowd, noticing that everyone was still watching Sissy and her. A few women in the front row were whispering to another, and an older man with white hair looked shocked. Coach Quinn grabbed the microphone. If you could excuse us, we'll need to put the auction on hold while we figure this out. In the meantime, please enjoy the dessert table. She pointed to the other side of the patio where a table with cookies and cakes was set up. Slowly, everyone got out of their seats. Some people were still looking at Sissy and wondering what had happened. Do you really think someone took it? Joe said, turning to his brother. I don't know, Frank replied. Let's go see. Sissy and Mrs. Freeman had already disappeared inside the house. Frank and Joe found them in the den. Mr. Fun was there too, along with Mr. Freeman. It was right here, Sissy repeated. She pointed to a spot on the floor. I left it with some of the other prizes. Frank and Joe scanned the den. There was a long couch, a coffee table, and a television set. In one corner was Ellie's piano, and in the other was a polka dot beanbag chair. A few family photos were on display, but other than that, the walls were bare. Oh, good. Mr. Fun turned around, noticing the first time that Frank and Joe had come inside. You're here. What do the two best detectives in Bayport think? Joe was about to respond, but then he noticed Frank. His brother was on the other side of the coffee table. He knelt down and picked up a few sheets of paper. Instructions for the Z-Cross 5000, he whispered. Joe walked over to get a better look. The paper booklet was ripped down the center. It looked crumpled around the edges, too. Maybe whoever took the Z-Cross dropped this on their way out, Joe said. They were probably in a hurry, Frank added. They definitely opened the box. There aren't any other signs of it, though, Joe pointed out. Could this be a mistake? Mrs. Freeman asked. She kept rubbing her temples with her fingers. Maybe someone accidentally took it. I don't think so. It's hard. It had a sign on it that says for the auction. Sissy shook her head. I saw it about a half an hour ago. A few of the bigger prizes were in here, but most of the other stuff was in the dining room. I don't know what happened. I can't believe this, Mr. Fun said. Whoever is responsible must be caught. They can't just walk away with it. It's maddening. We'll figure out who did this, Frank promised. He scanned the room again, checking to see if there was anything they might have missed. I hope so, Mrs. Freeman said. She glanced out the window where the party was still going on. The auction was supposed to be over around 5 o'clock, and but I don't know how long people will stay if we can't find the biggest auction prize. Joe pulled his notebook from his back pocket and flipped to a clean page. There's no time to waste, son, he said. Let's get started. That was chapter 3. Chapter 4 is the 5 W's.